Hey guys, Herobrine here, and today I want to talk about a new serious topic. It's about Jay Kizer. You may remember who Jay Kizer is. A few years ago, he was like an absolute idiot, and I absolutely hated him. It was also because he made a rant on me, and like a few years ago, he actually made a rant on me and basically gave out invalid reasons why he hates me. Like, I never even done anything to him, and he made a rant on me for no apparent reason. What have I ever done to deserve this? Sure, my videos back then were all cringy and stuff, but they were just for entertainment. I didn't want to make myself look terrible, but today I'm just making myself trying to look cool, trying to make myself a lot more mature and more cooler. So I guess you could say this is like my first kind of rant on Jay Kizer. First of all, Jay Kizer is 22, so he needs to grow the hell up. Second of all, he abused his own mother. And I know I shouldn't be really bringing up family stuff because that should be personal between him and his own family, but he literally just talked about it in his like community post that he deleted because he wanted to avoid hate. Like he did the same thing with my rant, like the rant on me. Like I don't have the backup copy of the rant he made on me, but I do remember him making that rant on me. He ranted on me, and I was really angered by it because he gave out invalid reasons. He called me a child abuser, even though back then I was a child myself. So technically, a child making a video that is quote-unquote child abuse isn't really child abuse because since a child made it. So in other words, is it really child abuse if a child made a grounded video out of Caillou? Now please note, I do dislike Caillou Gets Grounded, but I don't really dislike it, I honestly just don't really care about the series anymore. A series is a series, and you know, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. If you're neutral, you're neutral. If you don't have an opinion, you don't have an opinion. It's everyone's opinion. It's everybody for an opinion. But even today, I still hate Jay Kizer. Or is it Kizer? Screw it. I'm gonna call him Jay Kizer because why not? Jay Kizer made a rant on me, and I still hate him today for it because he never apologized to me for what he did. If he was apologetic about it, he would have said, I'm also sorry to Herobrine for making a rant on him. Like, Jay, you didn't even make an apology to me? It definitely proves that you're definitely not a perfect person. Jacob and Hunter were right about you, actually. You made rants out of innocent users. Like, not really innocent users, because literally, like, good users and bad users don't even exist. So anyone who says good users and bad users exist, you're wrong. And you should probably keep your mouth shut about it. But, overall, Jay Kizer is literally just the most toxic idiot on the internet. That's why I never even... But, you know, after a while, I learned to ignore Jay Kizer. But I heard about this whole controversy with Jay Kizer abused his own mother, and I thought, Jay Kizer needs to be stopped once and for all. I can't let Jay Kizer... Sure, Jay Kizer may have improved himself before, but now he's gone back to being as worse as he was. And the fact is, you may say he's changed, but in reality, I wouldn't say he changed much. He's still his, like, trolley-like little self. He's not a nice guy. I'm just gonna say it. If he starts making rants on like, people for no apparent reason again, then you'll definitely know what he was like back in the past. I think it was like back in like 2017 or 2018, Jay Kizer made a rant on me, and gave out invalid reasons why he hated me. Listen, just because, like, again, Jay, sure, your rants today may be probably more valid, but it doesn't excuse the fact that you made a rant out of me, and I still hate you because of it. Like, who knows? I'm probably still gonna hate you much longer now, because, you know, I've already grown enough of him to the point I just ignored him. But it's just gone. But then his drone drama has been reignited because he didn't learn to keep his mouth shut, which is about his own personal family life. Like, anyone who has a family problem, don't mention it on the internet if you want to avoid a hate base. Like, I wouldn't even dare mention. Like, sure, I did it myself, but that was to reflect. And the fact is, you shouldn't really be telling people, like telling the public about your personal family problems, because overall, family problems should be kept within a member's circle. Or kept in private with friends. Don't talk about it in public. Because all you're going to do is get a hate base and it will affect your mental health. But the reason why I still hate Jay Kizer today is it's because of the Rant videos. It's because of all the actions he did in the past I still can't forgive him for. Even, like, I know that was like child me and I should probably forgive him for that, but he never apologized. He was not sorry to me whatsoever. And you know what? If Jay Kizer isn't going to be apologetic about his past actions and his present actions, then he's better off just being considered as an idiot. An idiot who does not think straight. Because if there's one thing you need to learn on the internet, is that the internet is not a very safe place to be at. Especially during the times of COVID-19, where people, especially when there's like a lot of bots that are like botting your YouTube channel. And honestly, again, what Jay Kizer did was pretty stupid, and honestly, I wouldn't really forgive him because of it. Like, if he makes an apology video, I'm not going to forgive him until he apologizes to me for making a rant video out of me. Jay Kizer should be ashamed of himself for what he did. He did something that was pretty unthinkable, which was abusing his own parents. If he's 22, he would get kicked out of the house or arrested. But if his mother is saying, you know, I won't call the police, but you're getting the hell out of my house, then overall he deserves it. He deserves to get kicked out of his own house. Kicked out of his parents' house for what he did. But because despite the fact, not only that, but men should not hit girls. There's one thing I've learned, is that boys don't hit girls. Sure, girls can, but here's the thing though. Because you know why? Because a woman is a woman, and a guy is a guy. Sure, I'm pretty sure a woman can smack a guy, but a guy wouldn't smack a woman. So, and he basically assaulted, and basically, due to Jay Kizer's age, somehow being an adult, he's basically proven himself that he can still act like a man-child. Like, he's still acting like a little child he is today. And I am not surprised about it. If there's one thing that Jay Kizer should do, it's just get the hell off the internet. Because the internet is not a good place. The internet isn't for him. If he's gonna be doing crap like this. Like, his parents should not be sitting around being his slave. And again, other concerning problems. That's basically everything I'm going to say about Jay Kizer. Because literally, I'm just going to say it. Jay Kizer is literally the... Jay Kizer, at the start, when I first heard about him, he was an absolute brat. And I'm saying it. He was an absolute brat about everything. Like, he made a rant on people for no apparent reason. He think it's fun to hate on people and rant on them. That's not fun. That's bullying. That's cyberbullying. And despite the fact, when he made a rant on me, I remember those exact words he called me. He said, Herobrine93045, more like Herobrine666. Oh, this user sucks. That's a go animate style rant. And as a Go anime, as someone from the Go anime community myself, which is soon going to split off from the Go, which is probably going to be soon to be a dead community, with the rapper community on the rise, probably hopefully becoming an independent community away from the Vion community. I'm actually surprised that most people say yes, that the rapper community should be separate from the Vion community, because first of all, we should consider that the people that still uses the Vions and is still part of the Vion community are using business beams. People that are using the non-business beams on rappers should be considered as the rapper community. But we want no toxicity within anyone's side. As a matter of fact, again, but that was all in the past. This was like a few years ago, and I just thought, you know what? I was thinking that since Jay Kizer is finally getting hate again, I thought I might express about my past experience about Jay Kizer and what he's done and what he did to me that caused me to really, really hate him, and why I still hate him today. Because it's... oh my god. I'm trying not to say anything that can get me at my own hate base. Like, sure, I did something pretty terrible back in 2018, but just today he did something much more worse than what he did before. Back in 2018 he just ranted on people. Today he actually attacked someone, which is even worse than what he did than ranting on people back in 2018. Like, sure, some people are going to say, oh, past is past, but if there's one thing I've learned, is that history and past are completely separate things. The past is basically, something that already happened before. Like, for example, that already happened back in the past. We're just getting this sorted out. Well, history is basically things that are like in ancient history or something like that. So basically, I take it, past is in the past. What happened was in the past, but I'm still not going to forgive Jay Kizer until, he apologizes. And sure, I do sound like I'm bashing opinions again, but I'm not. I'm just expressing my hatred towards my still ongoing hatred to Jay Kizer, and why I never really talk. But the only reason why I never really talk about him is that I just ignored him. Like, I know he's just an obvious troll, just wanting attention, so I just ignored him. But guess what? He proved that he can't actually... He proved himself. He proved to show his true colors. He proved that he cannot be trusted. And, in other words, why did I even bother to ignore him if I knew crap like that, if he was going to do crap like this again? Matter of fact, again, honestly, I'm actually glad. I know this sounds heartless, but I'm actually glad Jay Kizer's getting another hate base again. Because, his first one wasn't as harsh and toxic. But the second one, still not as harsh and toxic as, but he's getting a lot of hate, and I'm actually glad about it, because he's an absolute nightmare to me. Well, not really nightmare to me, but he's an absolute... I still distaste him. I still hate him. I still hate him today. Like, I take it. I shouldn't be still hating someone just because of what they did back in 2018. But get this. That pink Kawaii Peach still hates Laporte. Even though what happened was back in October. Again, we're just not even sure who is behind the Gorfinature account. So basically, the only thing we can really do is keep an eye out and really get sure if they are really behind any account. And the obvious reason why I never spoke about Jay Kizer in my videos before, even though, especially since back in 2018, I just don't see the point of making more user videos. That was it. I didn't really see the point about talking about him, because, you know, he's just a troll. But now he's more than a troll. He made himself look an absolute... He's an idiot now. Like, he's a grown... He's meant to be a grown man. Like, he... From what I heard, and from the day I saw on his last post, it said 1999. I calculated that, and he's approximately 22 years of age. 22! And he's acting like a child! That is what infuriates me. By the way, I thought I would say this, but... To my two old friends, ever since, like, Season 2 of my series, Wayman Sale and H. Carroll, you were both correct. Jay Kizer is terrible. Even today, he is still terrible. That's all I'm going to say. I hope everyone... I just thought I want to explain about Jay Kizer's past and what he did to me before, and why I'm finally speaking out about the matter. Well, speaking out about what he did. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not really gonna say be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I really haven't said other people of the internet or whatever. I'm just frustrated with him. So that's pretty much it. For now, I wish you all well, people of the internet.